Vasistha continued. After thus contemplating the infinite consciousness for some time, I suddenly realized that all this creation was within myself, my own body, just as the tree is in the seed. Vasishtha has been describing the cosmic dissolution of the whole universe. The whole universe existed within a rock. And I suppose the fact that he could be describing the cosmic dissolution gave the game away. Because how can anybody be describing the cosmic dissolution unless it's something that's going on within themselves? And it's interesting that he says that all this creation was within himself, his own body. It's not just going on in his mind, it's going on in his body. Previously, it's been stressed that the body is only a notion. But there is a body. We can call it the body of feelings. It's not just that there's a lot of stuff going on out there, or apparently out there. There's a mass of feelings going on. Normally when we describe a feeling, we're not actually describing the feeling, we're passing a judgment on it. We say it's a good feeling or a bad feeling. You feel unhappy. You feel sad. These feelings are actually judgments on something. They're actually interpretations of a feeling. And it's these interpretations which give rise to the notion of a body, to the notion of the individual person. Self-inquiry involves looking at these feelings without judging them, without feeding them into our personal drama, our personal mythology. This is the body, this is the real body, the body of feelings. This is what is going on, this is what is really going on. This is what creates our reality. This is why sometimes Vasishtha saw a golden age. He saw a universe in its golden age, or he saw a universe in its dark age. This is what colours everything. This body of feelings. So these are the seed. These feelings are the seed which we experience as the universe. When one closes his eyes to sleep, he enters into an inner world created by his inner vision. When sleep comes to an end, one wakes up and his vision enters the world of the waking state. In the same way, creation is experienced by one's entering into it within his own heart. So we identify, we go with these feelings, and we identify with the shape, with the notions that these feelings fuel. Having seen the appearance of this creation in pure space, I entered into other parts of myself, eager to see other aspects of creation. Vasishtha is doing self-inquiry here. When thus the light of my inner intelligence was directed to that space, there arose in it an experience of that space. O Rama, when you enter into the consciousness of your own self, whether in sleep or in the waking state, you know that it is equally a mass of consciousness. So Vasishtha is eager to see other parts, other aspects of creation. And to do this, he starts looking for where these aspects arise. And they arise in what is described here as space. It's got apostrophes around it, so it's not quite space in the usual sense. It's space which allows things to arise. And that space is actually consciousness. So he's returning to the roots of his own consciousness, which is part of spiritual practice. You bring your attention back to itself. You move from the notions back to what these notions arise within, which is your awareness, your attention. To begin with, there is only this pure space or emptiness. In it there arises the notion, I am. The condensation of that is known as buddhi or intellect, and the condensation of that is known as the mind. The word condensation here is used, but I prefer the term coalescing. Things coalesce. So what we've got here is the cognitive process, that by which we make sense of things, the process of cognition. That's the mind, knows or experiences the pure element of sound and also the other elements, the tanmatras. From these experiences arise the various senses. So the other elements are the basic categorisations. There's hearing going on, there's feeling going on, there's colour and shape going on, and so on. These are the basic things that are going on, the pure elements, the tanmatras. And from that we cognize an external world and an individual self. Some say that there is some order in this creation, others declare that there is no such order. We generally impose an order on it, depending on our cultural and social background. However, it is not possible to alter the nature and characteristics of created objects which have acquired those characteristics through the appropriate notion that arose in the infinite consciousness in the beginning. So these characteristics are things like hot and cold, sharp, blunt, and so on. These are basic sensations which we build on